So they have some kind of read. VSM, the only man towards B, so we'll see what they have in mind. Will it be a fight? Will it be retake territory? We've got Pop Flash assist to allow Lucas to start off the proceedings, trying to catch Zantares, who gets stuck back in Palace now. These smokes will isolate fights, but as Leo Drunky repositions by the benches, down he goes, as does the bomb. On the floor by T-Ramp, 4 versus 3 in favor of MIBR, but things will turn around now in favor of Big as they take out Lucas and TRK. We've got VSM just jiggling a little bit around the jungle position. Now they still have the bomb plant to play with, but I say they, now it's he. It's just VSM alone with the Julies. He'll get some added range over a Glock, but he's on the CT side, maybe running out of bullets with the USP. Now he's got 2 pistols to work with, but 3 players to find, 2 of which are very heavily tagged. He needs to try and isolate these fights, and Big will be looking to swing, but who's going to peek first? In which way will they swing? He's got close with versus Searson, but there's the headshot to win the round for
where TRK is still sitting. KNG with a flick up. Doesn't have to be that quick because Tabson's not ready. And KNG's going for the reposition, trying to see if he can catch anyone else off guard.
Big have got some huge problems because the bomb's trying to make its way to the B bomb site, trying to offer a fake towards A. They didn't really pick up on it at all, and they've all been lost on short. Zantares moving up now. Little slow as KNG, but there's so much more to do. 30 seconds to do it. Zantares, can he be that Turkish Rambo for the German squad? Tizian's made his way in. Those footsteps have surely been heard. Surely they have, but Leo Drunky's not looking the right way at all. Now, is this position going to be cleared? 20 seconds. Tizian's got to look past. Leo Drunky could win this just by hiding in plain sight, having no idea. Down goes the bomb. No, off goes Tizian. He's got 12 seconds, but he won't make it to the bomb or anywhere else.
Caught with poor timing here. Oh, great shot from Keto. Looking for this second man. He spotted him out. They're both trying to fight, but the B site has been lost. Searson's got the opening kill, and now MIBR is scrambling to get back into position.
And this is what we spoke about before the match started. Post-plant AWP with Searson. We'll see what he chooses to do. Still a difficult situation. It's not a normal buy for Big, so they're going to have to do something aggressive. However, Keto's deep in the apartments, which gives them some extra confidence, but Tabson just trying to reposition. That'll make life harder. Keto still with the high ground. Searson now's got a lot to do. Smoke is up for the time being. That's a nice 1 dig from Keto. Oh, another one! That leaves Lucas alone. Oh my God, he's got them all. Big make it to 4 in a...
Even any nades for him to try and slow it down. Not even a smoke to keep himself safe, but he's got the assistance of VSM. Second shot not landing, but the bomb is out onto the B site. They have to commit here. They have to go for this, and they might not be ready for Leo, who's still sitting at the back of the site. Well, now he's been blinded. Another shot for VSM lands into a 3v2. Tizian pushing forward, trying to do what he can, but VSM finally falls, and it's up to KNG on the big flank. They're going to get the bomb back. They're going to get the bomb planted, but they're not going to know where KNG's coming from.
Oh, they know now. 1v2. There's a second player, and there is a headshot from Keto. Some
involved early in connector. KNG also in short, and that's a good angle for him. Tabson trying to make it up mid alone, but the A play's coming through.
Yeah, this aggression in mid, I think, is going to fast forward Big's play into the A bomb site, allowing them to pick off the CTs as they focused on mid. We've got a late rotation from Tizian and T-Spawn, but what did MIBR do?
Searson's flanking all the way around mid as well. He's going to have such a good spot in this post plant. MIBR have got to be quick here. Yeah,
they really do. Keto with the off angle. Caught sleeping, though. Maybe looking for a player up top, and suddenly we're on a 3 versus 2. I'm not sure that there are any diffuse kits, though, for these CT. So a 10-second diffuse is going to be asking a lot. The HG grade doesn't quite get there. It's 7 seconds. It's a big countdown. And there we go. That's going to be the round for Big. They might not know just yet. VSM, the point of no return. And it will be 7 rounds for Big.
Such a strong position for Searson to play in the post plant there. If they do go for this fast B play, he's actually going to have a pretty quick rotate and a pretty quick flank potential.
Yeah, and here we go. The MAC-10 coming out first. The flashbacks doing their job as they often do for Big. Very expendable. Maybe Tizian can clean up. Indeed, he can. Straight in the head. No helmet. Thank you and goodbye. Area control with the Molotov, and he'll stuff the door with a smoke grenade as well. And this is what we talk about. The attention to detail. They make it so hard, Big. What can MIBR even do at this point? They've still got players on the A bomb site.
KNG's flanking. He's just arrived, but Searson, well, he was 1 step ahead of him until he double scoped in. He thought the player was still an underpass, but KNG's got that first kill. Could there now be a way in? Maybe not. I think Keto has just closed the door on this retake attempt. KNG's trying to get out of there, but Tabson is in on the flank all the way from mid. And MIBR are going to have to save, and that's a really nice switch up, I think, from Big. Just as MIBR take a timeout, you completely switch up the way you've been playing. You go for a faster push straight into that B site. That's something MIBR hadn't
If one bullet touched him, they would have an idea that he was there, but no. Looking for the second kill, not quite going to get there. Now, what will Big do in the meantime? Again, when there's a big focus on mid and they have position, they'll hit the green button and they'll go straight into the B bomb site on this occasion. Last time it was A. All three players on deck. Keto had the high ground, but chose to jump down, so we'll see their approach. Santares boosted on the default plant to catch them off guard. VSM trying to show presence, although a second and third player will be stuck in that position while KNG goes for the high ground.
No one in the apartments from Big, I believe. That could be an issue for them as the round goes on, but the time is ticking, and MIBR are taking so much time here. They still have a couple of nades which could flush out some of these positions. It's not going to be easy again, though, as the time ticks away. Tizian's got the first. The lineup comes through. Zantares with 2, and KNG didn't even get involved in the action. He's out of there. He's saving the big green gun, and Big are getting yet another round on the board. And it goes back to what you're saying.
Round rather. They've tried to go aggressive multiple times in mid, and KNG's caught completely off guard. An utter change of pace in mid from Big. Maybe MIBR were like, okay, we've made so many flash plays in mid, they're going to be looking for us. But no, they're just charging straight in for a B split.
No respect there on that round. Just go for the dry peek. Great time for it, and with Tizian getting a second entry, Leo is just trying to find any way he can hold this site. There is no answer, though. There are so many players surrounding him.
It's because they're a much more storied team. Again, they're a great example of attention to detail, probably a favourite to win the whole thing as well. And MIBR are just not going to have their ducks in a row.
There's a reason why they picked this map. There's a reason why they're winning 12-2 on it. They're going to start to work their way up connector. TRK with 1, Lucas with another on this A site. Not looking too bad for MIBR here. It's all spread across the map, but that one fight from Zantares completely opens up the A side of the map.
DSM has to pick wisely with this engagement. He will get there. So now there is some position as the bomb just about makes it to a default plant. We've got Zantares in the jungle position, but does he dare pull out a Molotov? That'll certainly give him a few seconds. He's got 25 HP. Now he can hide in plain sight as Tabson has drawn the attention. Leo Drunky in this last round with 30 HP. Seems to have an idea of where Zantares might be. Makes his way into the window, looking into CT, and there's the last kill. It's break time! The players making their way into Palace. 2 of them have been spotted immediately, and there's already, I mean, people were just hanging out in T-Spawn to see what was going on. So there'll be 4 players on the A bomb site as a flying KNG comes through. Now, might be difficult for them to make their way out of Palace Citizen with 2 already. There's a lot of USPs being shot, but let's not forget, they don't have all the bullets in the world. This boost has been common in multiple rounds of this Mirage. The bomb's on the floor in that shadow position. 3v3, all to play for. All that's required, though, is a headshot. The P250 extra range. It's better than it's better than the USP in a pistol round. It's got longer range. 2v2 now. Everyone going fishing. Both CTs in CT, and KNG's got to get 2. He's got Kevlar at the very least, but it's normally all about these headshots. Tabson though with 13 HP. See how they choose to play it. Quickly slinking away now. Oh. Well, it raises a question. That could give him a 1 versus 1. He's playing this smartly as well. Tabson falls to the ground, but he's dodged all the bullets. Again, 13 HP, and he's still alive. He's carrying a kit as well, which probably won't come into play in a pistol round. KNG fishing, but couldn't quite get the hook to control the game. However, now it's their turn to respond to a quick play into the B bomb site. They are better equipped, of course. Zantares still alive for now, just dancing, jiggling, delaying, trying to stop the bomb plant. Oh, they're lining up though for these deagle shots apparently. 3 players lost for Big now, and it seems they will lose some position. Tizian will give himself some space to try and make his way into the bomb site. A cheeky HE grenade, very cheeky indeed as MIBR wait a minute 15, plenty of time. But Tabson is here as well with the FAMAS. Stereo frags for Big, and maybe they can hold on to this. But Lucas has a minute to play with, and he could come from a few different positions.
No one's looking directly here. Now they are. They take a little look, and they get the information they wanted. Lucas still trying to land some pot shots through the smoke, through the pillar. He's basically praying that something's going to happen for him here, because Big have turned this round entirely. Both fight at once, but Lucas gets the first kill, and Tizian's unable to trade. Still 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, he just has to swing and look to cancel strafe with the deagle. That's it. He can't be walking around. He's found it! Only 1 shot, though.
Pretty accurate.
None of that new stuff over here.
Searson's just gone glass cannon for this last round. You can see how important this AWP is for him, and it's already coming into play. 2 kills in connector, not even in his favorite position of short. He's happy to take the fights here. Now KNG sneaking up, but Searson's ready. He's ahead of the game, and this one is about to be put to bed. Searson gets a quad kill, and at this point, everyone's probably telling Leo, just don't give him the ace.
But it is a map that big play. We can talk about that more. Searson looks for number 5. There it is. Thank you. Here's 8 HP. So I think...
is that maybe the smoke they wanted?
I think that it might not be.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, let's see how this one goes. Keto is going to find... I think he maybe saw 2 players on the cam there, but there were 3 lurking around. MIBR trying to reposition as they see Big go past the door, but not in the door. Lots of sound cues, lots of nervousness. This is like an anxious map for a pistol round, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, Tabson's planting on that other side, but KNG sneaks in for the first kill. Man, this is all over the place. Big going into the A-bomb site, but MIBR is still landing their shots. Xantara's struggling. He can only get 1 kill, but Searson has a chance here. The issue is the bomb is planted on the safe side of the site, so he has to go forwards. He has to go for the fight, and he can't win it. TRK...
To go for the quick scope now, but right eye of KNG just about going to get there. Hasn't seen Xantares, however. Searson can run distraction, but KNG manages to fall back just before Xantares can take him by surprise.
Quick bomb plant and a quick shot landing from Searson. He takes some damage in reply though, and Xantares can't get off the site because they don't have those nades. They don't have those smokes to keep him safe. He gets caught out in the open, and now it's Searson and Keto who have to clutch. Searson with no Kevlar. A shot lands, but it doesn't really do any damage through the box. And Keto getting 1 kill, but that might not be enough. Searson left in a 1v2. He could switch out to a Galil or AK, but he doesn't want to give away that he's made this play. He's got into a good position, but VSM don't care about that. Involved because we are into the gun rounds, and Keto is running right on in. The counter flashes are good though. TRK with a quick kill, back for 3 kills. TRK shutting him down.
That is outstanding play. He waited for that flashbang support as well, and look how much he got from it. Shut it down indeed. Tizian is alone in a 1 versus 4. And at this point, it's a war of attrition. He needs to make this round expensive from MIBR because that might be all he can expect to do. But the angle from Lucas, he'll see the gun, but misses the head. Go back a second time, and that will be enough. 4-0.
Oh, Keto's actually going to go for the fight. They have the man advantage. They have Tizian backing it up, though. Keto and Tizian, oftentimes the 2 players going in first. They work in tandem in that round. And Tabson almost gets that lineup through the smoke, but a second smoke deployed, the bomb about to be planted, and the nades aren't here for MIBR. They concede the plant. Lucas, though, gets aggressive, and there's still another low-health player on the big side.
Long rotation for KNG, still on the A-bomb site, maybe looking for lurkers, but he needs to get here quickly. Lucas, I think the first frag from him was heroic, but Xantares will stop him from doing anything else. Now there's a real strong angle for Searson. If he takes a shot, his teammates can swing off of it. So I think this will be hard for MIBR. We can see that's the design with Xantares behind the boxes at present. There's a flashbang, no Searson forced from his angle, but out pops Xantares, leaving KNG to save the AWP as Big find their first round on Vertigo.
That's more like it for Big. I was watching back one of Big's and Searson was the man who really opened up that previous round. Xantares not ready for the USP of Lucas. That 1 USP apparently is enough. He gets himself an AK, and now Big are in real trouble. They've given away another gun. Tizian is on this mid flank. That's going to be successful. KNG taken out of the round, but there are 3 CTs stacked on this B side of the map. Big need to make sure they're aware of that. They've lost another man. Tizian trying to sneak into the back lines, but that's been spotted. They've accounted for it, and Tabson, the last man, might take that chance. He might take the moment to strike. He's going to get this kill, lets his teammate die, but now they know it's not the A play. They might be able to get back to B in time.
TRK will be able to escape from that situation despite conceding his position. He's got the sound cues, but doesn't have the crosshair placement on this occasion. A nice burst from Keto, but not a fatal one. And that's going to cost him because VSM is on the site. Bomb being planted. There is cover, but he just can't find it. So many angles to look at. He's completely exposed. Doesn't get the target identification fast enough. 2 versus 2 now. Moving in from mid. The transfer from Tizian. Tizian actually steals the first one. New squad, they might not have the depth to do that effectively. Then again, when you've got people like Lucas ready for the headshots, they've raised the aggression, but can they survive? Captain's moving into a crossfire, a ding and a dong from KNG, and this goes from bad to worse for Big.
I think that comes back to exactly what you were just saying, James. I think because they don't have the AWP to fight for the ramp, for example, they just try to get aggressive in mid instead with the rifles, where you're going to get the closer angles. And now Searson's just trying to save the round, walking out onto A. But that slight switch up from MIBR has really paid dividends for them. Santara is caught alone. It's just one by one, every single big player dying. k1to has to ace. And that is unlikely. He gets the first fight onto B, but he doesn't even have the bomb. Okay, a second kill for k1to. This is where MIBR need to make sure they just remain compact.
But, oh god, all the angles of Vertigo. If he walks forward, his gun will expose his position, and he's doomed. It's so difficult to... Oh my god, over the top, he might find two and the bomb! That's not what they were expecting. Catches them boosting, caught with their pants down, maybe their flies, and Searson's off as well.
These flashes into the B stairs are so good. If you can get a good flashbang lined up there, it's just so difficult from the T side because you have no cover. If you get blinded, you're just screwed. And Big were trying to assemble a boost of their own, which just did not come through. The timing on those flashes, fantastic from TRK in the back lines. TRK himself has now been blinded, but it doesn't matter. VSM. Now it looks like MIBR might be getting aggressive over on A, though. They're getting a couple of players going forwards. Tizian's ready to line up a smoke, but this is that aggression we were talking about. Trade's continuing towards the ramp. Big back to a 3v3. Now they're going to try and group up, but where is that bomb? I can't even tell where it is on the map right now, James.
Tizian's on the same level. Just
there you go, they've got it.
Yeah, you can see the faded out icons there, and we got frags in that mid position. That leaves VSM all of a sudden alone. A very awkward round now for all concerned, really, but Big have got the better of it at the business end of the round and a half. k1to with an angle which maybe VSM doesn't come back from. He's got a lot more HP though, but he doesn't have an AK. And there it is. In mid perhaps, but his HE could be absolutely nasty. Does quite reasonable damage, in fact. Smoke is up as well. Tabson trying to play around it. He's going to get popped in the head immediately, but he's still alive. Gets one at the very least. Bomb dropped now on the B bomb site. The full rotation is here. It'll be a late one from Searson. Tizian with an off angle by the steel girder. USPs versus Glocks, and there's a lot of shooting into these smoke grenades, and surely it'll be a flurry of frags now. Tizian dropped 4 on 3 as Big tries to fight for survival. Santares goes as well, and now it's down to Searson. 1 on 3. Bomb not planted just yet, but it's not too far behind.
A lot of missed shots there, all over the B site. Big will probably feel like they could have done a bit better, but Searson's still got a shot to win this one. He knows there's a player up close. Now there's 2. They're just all fighting at once.
We are elsewhere. Starting to get curious. You can see the little jiggle there, but a little too curious though. And VSM has opened the B bomb site for business. We can see Searson rotating over. Now, if he can take an angle with the AWP, they haven't advanced too far just yet. Oh no, Tizian, he's lost his position. He's seen 2 though. 2 of the 4 players at the very least, but he hasn't seen the bomb. The B split is likely, however, and up comes the AWP. Searson with the flick, but he's traded by TRK, which actually gives them even better position on the B bomb site, MIBR.
That AWP looked like it was propped up there on the heaven position, but TRK doesn't care about that. Oh, he tries to turn around just at the wrong time, but Lucas is ready for the...
Things down as best he can. Ooh. Oh, that's so awkward for him. Spotted around the smoke grenades.
They got mollies.
Yeah, they continue to advance. There might be 3 players here looking to force him from his position, but he holds them fast now. And now he's a bait setup with Tizian looking to punish the swing or maybe swing on a reload. Walking quietly around the smoke, but look, watch the spray. In case they were looking to pursue, he's still showing presence on one side while Tizian peeks from another, but he's exposing himself in 2 ways, and now he's playing a coin flip position, but with the jump up the smoke, that will certainly help things. Big trying to hold on as best they can. TRK with 20 HP and 20 seconds to get this bomb planted.
Smoke gives him a bit of breathing room, but the bomb plant remains a difficult prospect, and he's just made noise dropping down. He's going to look for the angle above. Searson peeking. TRK desperately looking for the fight, but now as he gets onto the site itself, Searson can just wait. He has to commit, and he can't get the bomb down. Searson closes it out. Rotator roll just arrived at the B site, and I think he spotted some players, but it's not going to matter. VSM with the instant entry onto the B site, and now k1to has to deliver, has to step up, but he's only got 1 kill. Tizian just now arriving, and because Leo pushes out into the open, Big now have a chance on this retake. They have a couple of nades left, they have a smoke and a molly, and these post plants on the B site when you're playing in the stairs can be pretty tricky, especially with where the bomb is planted right now. MIBR is trying to push and get up close to that bomb.
utility keeps on coming for big, but Tizian has been lost. More flames, more Molotovs. Zantares rounding the corner, not expecting the second play. The transfer's not there. Sisson, it's hard to see through the flames of an AWP. Touches the bomb now. Gonna have to go for the quick scope. Lucas is looking to chase him now as he's down to the USP, running away to hold on to that weapon. Will be very important for him. Catches Lucas, but will he escape the bomb? I think he will. But it's game point for MIBR. Steps have been made, but enough has been seen, and Zantares can't even click mouse one. Drops on the B bomb site. However, Quito is here. High ground of the AWP. Can reset the situation as well. Needs to avoid the flashes though. Chained flashes, but MIBR haven't passed the choke point just yet. The bomb's been collected, and they're going for a plan B, which might be A.
30 seconds left. They have to run. Tapson hears them, but he's only going to get one kill. Tizian, though, arriving on the rotate, and that should really make life difficult now for MIBR. They have to commit to this A site, but Tizian's playing aggressive on the edge of the smoke. Sprays through. TRK trying to trade, but it's just not happening for him. Tizian above the box to close. They are fully aware of the economy, but they should now know. Tizian's got the opener. Quito trying to molly down. Tapson does fall, though. That's an M4 that they can recover. They can get a rifle into their hands, and Quito's got to be careful here.
Smokes are up again. Zantares has a gap, though. He's got shadows as well. Look at the transfer from him. The cleanup is pretty good for
these rounds. They don't even go for the smokes onto the A site. You sometimes see them just explode with the fast play. That might be what they decide to call for here. One smoke on the A site, but they're just going to swing. KNG goes for the fight alone. No flashbang to help him. No one to follow him up. They're out of nades on the MIBR side, so they've got to go for this. Finally, Leo gets one back, but they make noise. The boost nearly spotted, nearly lined up, but Big continue to hold down the site itself, and MIBR just get nowhere near that bomb site.
May not be expecting two players here. We'll see if Big can do something with that. Tapson trying to create some space for himself. Plenty of bullets going his way. Holds down the side for the time being, though. A flashbang behind his teammate's head, and Zantares comes out but can't get anything done with it. 30 seconds to plant this bomb. There's time for the rotation, but Tapson had to hold down that position.
That's the risk you run when you fight for the A site like that. Sometimes you are going to get caught apart from each other. Molly arrives. No, it's not in the right spot. It's landed up on top of that box. So the bomb will be planted. MIBR get back to safety, but they're all low on health. They're all half health or lower. Quito, though, looking for a kill, and it's only the AWPs on the retake. They've got to land their shots. Smoke not going to be used. TRK with another kill, and Quito has to clutch. He's got the first man. There are still two different angles to deal with, though. Deagle out. He knows they're low. He gets the second into the 1v1. Still plenty of time to play with, but he's not ready. He's not ready for VSM. Surely VSM gets it. It's competing too heavily for the site itself. This is more of a retake setup.
Yep, TRK having to fall back. He's got the defuse kits. We'll keep an eye on that. There's the swing, and Quito will deliver the first one at the very least, but we saw TRK manage to avoid the flashbang again. No helmets in this round. It's about pure pistols. 4 versus 2 retake for MIBR. They still have the defuse kit. They've got short and they've got long, which means Big have to push, but the trades are there, the numbers are there, and Sisson, again, he's got the clock. He's got a water gun versus machine guns. No range for him, and the numbers game will prevail for MIBR. In respect of, they're not doing anything too aggressive, MIBR, with their 4 versus 5. This must feel awkward for them. And Sisson, they just keep challenging him 1 versus 1 versus the scout. And he's delivering the kills. And there's an AK and Galil's behind it, as well as a Deagle. So this is only going to get worse, it seems, for MIBR.
KNG getting up close. Ooh, flashbang lands right in his face. He has to duck into the smoke for cover. Players have already pushed onto the site, but there are a couple of nades that are ready for the CTs. That's not going to matter, though. The smokes have faded, and KNG is completely caught off guard by that fact. Leo finally gets one back, but as he goes forwards, Big are in such strong positions here. Tabson wins the first fight. Tizian wins the second one. They're normally very good with their game plans at the start of the game. They're normally very good at getting those early gun round wins, and if they can do that here, they can get rolling.
This is really interesting. So MIBR deliberately didn't cross doors for ages, but 3 or 4 of them wanted to cross. And it's almost like they wanted to catch Big making a play into B because no one crossed, and then suddenly just try and run there as fast as possible. And they did catch one player in that respect. But again, this is a round that they are destined to lose, and they will do exactly that. They're letting them where they've got time to recover. Does VSM go for a spray here? I'm so curious. Oh, look at the timing though. Didn't check the corner properly. 4x3 surely. But that it could be a lot for them, and indeed it will be, with a flurry of kills for MIBR, taking Big completely by surprise. Now, even if they win this round, I don't feel like they could necessarily like replicate this success in the rounds to come, but it certainly gives them some much needed money should they be able to close this out. Keto's got 1 minute to do as much as possible in terms of damage.
Really good plan at the start of the round from Big to get the advantage, but then just that aggression catches them out completely. And Big are also one of the teams who like to go for that aggression on their CT side at times, down mid. So play on this CT side. He was saying that Xantares and VSM were both looking hot at the end of that second map. VSM is already kind of cheating towards this A site, but it might not matter.
The grenade, the smoke grenade through middle doors pulled MIBR towards there instead of long. It's been abandoned. The split is on, but who needs a split when you got a Xantares wiping out the players?
And Big still have nades. Because Xantares just won that round by himself, they can actually molly some of these positions, and Tabson's got the first kill. Oh, they get them both at the end there. MIBR not able to save a single gun. They can still buy, but still a shame for them. This is just sick from Xantares, though.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at the resource control they forced from MIBR. More about that later. KNG going back to the well, focusing, but the scope has been heard by Tizian, who pops out. Very awkward for KNG. And again, just getting caught. OOP out of position. All 5 are here for Big. They can have the quick smokes up to cross towards the site. VSM on the low ground. We'll see what he can do. Trying to deliver some haircuts, but his razor's not looking very sharp. Tabson now clearing out, clearing house. Lucas surely doesn't survive this barrage of bullets, or maybe he does actually. Lucas has done a lot 1 versus 3. It would be a very unlikely clutch, and it won't happen. Searson will finish off the job. MIBR feeling that they were being pulled towards the A site to weaken long once again. They stayed on long, and now their rotation is so far away from the B bomb site. But still, we need some kills. VSM has a chance. He's so blind, has no idea where to look. We're so close to the trigger, doesn't quite make it there, and we can get the default plant in as the bomb is planted. 2 CTs in T spawn. Xantares moving very far away. Great spray from him. Little pirouette, considers going for the second engagement, but there's no need in the meantime.
And even though that's definitely a round I've seen Big run before, where they fake A and go back to B.
The initial grenades on short to maybe pull players away from long. Anyway, Keto loves the taps and the burst. It's really fun to watch. No connections just yet. KNG very patient, but there are 4 more to come. And look at all the utilities still being deployed. However, he will get the kill. Searson patiently waits, but there are more chances here for MIBR. Now there are a few less. The short plant as Tabson is still in control of short. And that's going to be very key for them to hold on to this round.
That was a clean kill from Xantares, but Tabson is out of the action. Searson certainly isn't, though. He's got his second kill, and he needs 2 more. Lucas jiggling, trying to bait, but Searson lands the shot into the 1v1. Deagle out, trying to see if he can win this, and he's got it! Searson with a quad kill on the round. So fast with the AWP, even better with the Deagle. Big just cannot lose right now. But Searson clearly can. Turns out, James, Searson, he's got another kill. Turns out he's slightly better than me at Counter-Strike.
Slightly?
Just a bit.
That's very, very nice of you to say so. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Pistols for MIBR. Long-range sprays for Keto. Looking for the taps as well. TRK, oh god, I mean, how fast was this round really? Isn't too much to say. He's going to be hunted now.
Oh, are they trying to knife?
Be dead. Yeah, he's coming in with the blades. So, supreme confidence coming out from Big for the time being. Now one must think... I can still hear it. Oh boy.
Ooh,
Xantares. Yeah, he missed the smoke. I think he was more concerned with moving away because people tend to spray, and maybe if there are deagles out, he might get shot in the head as he throws that smoke. So they try and get away from it as fast as possible. And Keto now is just taking the piss, as we would say in the UK. We are in the UK after all. But this is good. I love this. Some people might think it's bad manners and so on. But there's a second half to play. And again, if you can demoralize your opponent and make them underperform, then I'm all for it.
Lucas going down at the end. 13-2 half for Big. They are almost certainly going to be winning Dust 2.
I do wonder. Anyway, MIBR have made inroads towards the short position. Tizian stands alone on long.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's the bomb. But there is a swing. Now, just take the bomb to the site. Let's get that bomb plant, and then we can worry about the rest. Oh, no, Leo Drunky's fallen off, and this is all falling to pieces. It's like a dodgy statue in a dodgy souvenir shop. Everything. Oh, no, the reload. He's still alive somehow, Lucas. Well.
Tizian getting up close at long, putting a smoke down, but it's the A site we need to look at.
Yeah, it's looking very sandpapery for MIBR. Searson again with the scout and just target practice. Maybe it's KNG's turn. Boy, how things have turned around in the space of a sentence. The HE doesn't quite go the way Big have wanted it to. Awkward for Xantares on the low ground, especially because he's got the gun with the range, the FAMAS. It's going to be harder with the MP9, although TRK and VSM are pretty low, so maybe not. Once again, the pendulum swings back in favor of Big. Got very strong magnets on the Big side as they move to 13 match points versus MIBR.
MIBR have themselves a couple of AKs, Galils, a couple of nades, whatever the hell they can get. They've bought whatever the hell they can to try and keep themselves in this game. Oh, and that's not the fight Lucas wanted.
Yeah. I don't know. I've run out of things to say for this one. It's just looking so difficult. Tabson, will he be checking the corner? Leo Drunky will creep, and he is still alive, but doesn't... Oh, boy. Okay. He's left the bomb and he's jumped back up, presumably to get the bomb, and he's got bullets instead. Full control, my friend, as Big looks to close this one out.
Bomb in the control of Keto. Oh no, this player's getting flanked. Leo is aware of that fact, but Keto has got up close. He's blinded. Keto with a wild spray. Deagle out. He doesn't get the kill. Leo finds it with the Glock, but he's only got 5 health as he tries to get this bomb back. It feels over unless Leo can land headshots, which will not be happening. 16-2 for Big. A convincing win here on the third map.